on the recommendation that's given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where the three aspects of relationship is very important: Bhakta, Bhagavan, and Bhakti. And understanding this is, who am I? To whom do I relate to? Where does this relationship take place? The who am I is connecting ourselves as identity, spiritual identity, that I'm an atomic particle of consciousness and eternal servant of Krishna. Whereas, to whom do I relate? That's step 2, connect to Krishna, who's infinite consciousness, who's the only master. And step 3, the relationship part, that we are in the material world known as a prison house, and we are here to reform ourselves from our adverse tendencies, and so we can be present in our relationship with Krishna in a sacred space of japa, kirtan and japa. With that, we'll continue to the next session of the second chapter called An Important Doubt. Let me read. As I give my seminars and retreats around this world, I have noticed an intriguing phenomenon. Sometimes devotees doubt they can have a direct relation. Sometimes devotees doubt they can have a direct relationship with Krishna. I believe this is for two reasons. Firstly, devotees feel they can only have a relationship with a tangible representative of Krishna, that is Guru. Secondly, they misconstrue Srila Prabhupada's warning of the Prakrita Sahajiyā move, an attitude characterized by cheap imitations and unfounded imaginations. What Maharaj is trying to say here is, we can have direct relationship with Krishna. So that's the point. Let's understand more into this detail. In our tradition, we greatly stress the necessity of a guru and hear a great deal about developing our relationship with him. Indeed, the guru is a paramount importance, but is also described to be a transparent via media. He leads us to Krishna, the highest truth. That means that our devotion does not stop at the guru's door. This door is made of glass, and we look through it to find Krishna on the altar. Yasya deve para bhaktir, yata deve tata guru, tasyaita kateta hi artaha prakashante mahatmanah. This is from Svetasvara Upanishad. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. So, Guru is an important factor. There's no second thought or doubt on that aspect. But we should not think that Guru is ultimately a stop door. Rather, Maharaj is giving a beautiful example as Guru is a glass door, not an iron door where you cannot see beyond that door anything. So he is also described as a transparent via media. He leads us to Krishna, the highest truth. That means that our devotion does not stop at the Guru's door. His door is made of glass, and we look through it to find Krishna on the altar. Nice example. And also one more point to add to this particular paragraph is, this door is transparent in a way that we can see beyond the door, as well as the door is an easy way to pass through also. It's not a stopping door. It's so transparent that you can walk through the door, you can see through the door. So that's a beautiful door called Guru. On the second point of Prakrita Sahajiyā, Srila Prabhupada specifically warns against the immature attitude where neophyte devotees cheaply and often offensively make a show of high advanced levels of Krishna consciousness. Prematurely, they imagine themselves in a direct relationship with Krishna or Radharani as a gopī assistant, peacock, or so forth. This is obviously not what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur had in mind when he recommended that we become aware of our relationship with Krishna while chanting. He doesn't speak of a rasa-filled relationship where Krishna relates to that person in one of the four active modes of dasya, sakhya, vatsalya, or madhurya, that is servitorship, friendship, parent, figure, or lover. Such specific rasa is only revealed when our Siddha Deha, perfected spiritual body, is shown to, shown to us by the holy name, by the mercy of the holy name. Before this, we must become aware of our relationship in a broad terms as we chant. Fundamentally, we are parts of Krishna and we have a long lost, forgotten relationship with Him. He won't be clear. We won't be clear on the details, but we can sincerely feel that there is a relationship. Okay, let's paraphrase this whole thing. So there's two reasons that we all think that it's not good to have start thinking about having a relationship with Krishna directly. One reason is because we always think that is Guru through whom we can have the relationship. So we ourselves cannot have the relationship directly, number one. Number two, if at all we have relationship, then we may fall into the program of Prakrita Sahajiyā, where the people start imagining themselves as gopis, themselves as whatever it is, Yaśodā or so forth. So that's another problem. Therefore, devotees think that we should not get into this mode. But Maharaj is saying that's not the case. We have to have the relationship with Krishna because Guru is a glass door via media, transparent via media, through which we can have a relationship with Krishna. So that's not an issue. And the second point Maharaj is saying is when we say having the relationship with Krishna, it is not thinking oneself as Yaśodā, oneself as Devaki, or whatever the Gopas and Gopis and so forth. Rather, one should definitely have the understanding a theoretical relationship of that we are servant of Krishna in a broader term, and Krishna is our master. That relationship, that knowledge and relationship should exist and we should be fully aware of it. So there's nothing wrong in this both aspect. A wonderful example of this is Pingala, a prostitute who becomes inspired with a spiritual insight while waiting at the town gate for her next customer. This illusion with a material attachment, she prays ardently, Santam samipya ramanam ratipadam vitapradam nityam imam vihaya akamatam dukka bhayadi soka moha pradam tucham aham vajenya. I am such a fool that I have given up the service of that person who, being eternally situated within my heart, is actually most dear to me. That most dear one is the Lord of the universe, who bestows real love and happiness, is the source of all prosperity. Although he is in my own heart, I have completely neglected him. Instead, I have ignorantly served insignificant men who can never satisfy my real desire and who have simply brought me unhappiness, fear, anxiety, lamentation, and illusion. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Canto 8, chapter 31st sloka for those who want to go back and refer again. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments on this verse, verbalizing Pingala's thoughts. The Lord resides in my heart. He is the actual enjoyer. He loves and accepts love. Why should I not give my love to him? And why would he not give his love to me? After the former prostitute came to this understanding, she became peaceful, relieved, and happy. She left the gate and a trade forever. That is this section. We can move on to the next section. Lost in the name. I still remember, this is Maharaj speaking. I still remember an extraordinary gift Krishna offered me that sparked my own awareness of chanting in the divine relationship. It happened while I was on a pilgrimage to the source of the river Ganga. I was walking alone on a beautiful narrow mountain path when all of a sudden the afternoon wind picked up. First a soft breeze, then a strong bluster, until finally a great storm was underway. It was strong enough to blow me off. It was strong enough to blow me off course. So I took shelter behind a rock to wait out the storm. I quietly chanted there until something unexpected caught my attention. From where I sat, I could look down into the valley with attractive beech trees. Some distance away from the storm did not reach. I saw a long-haired, long-bearded sadhu sitting on a rock. He couldn't see me upon the mountain path, but I could see his face. From his tilak mark, it was clear he was a Rama Bhakta. Like me, he was alone and also chanting on his japamala. I couldn't make out the mantra he chanted due to crushing winds, but I felt I could hear his heart. His face was turned towards the Ganga and he was crying. His tears were not ordinary, they were beautiful tears of God consciousness. He was lost in the names of his beloved Lord. Still today, when I remember this scene, I think about how the sadhu was someone who truly chanted with Sambandha. He didn't need anyone or anything, only Lord Rama. His tears of ecstasy revealed that he had found Lord Rama in his holy name. The sadhu was alone, but in the best of company. Recounting this Rama Sambandha also reminds me of something a Bengali contemporary shared about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They were neighbors, and he used to hear Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's chant in the garden early in the morning. The neighbor remembered that the Thakura chanted loud and pronounced, as if he was calling for Krishna with a special feeling. This is just as Srila Prabhupada taught us, to chant like a child who calls for his mother. Being alone but in the best of company. This is a short passage. We'll finish this. The three examples, the sadhu in the mountain, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sitting in his garden chair, and Srila Prabhupada instructs to chant like a child calling mother, all depict this principle of chanting in awareness of a relationship with Krishna. Being alone but in the best of company. Many devotees arriving at this awareness have experienced a substantial transformation. Once we learn to chant with this higher connection, we can bring a little fragrance from that Krishna conscious world into the material world and our relationships here. It is akin to a noble lady who returns from a perfumery and arrests everyone's attention with the fragrance she carries from there. Last paragraph. Bring the scent of Krishna to this world. If you turn to other relationships first and keep ignoring your most important friend, you won't actually be a true friend to anyone. Your friendships will be only skin deep, a product of your superficial persona in this world. Friendships among masked people on the basis of their disguises lack the depth that satisfies the self. The real need of the soul is always to find that one relationship. So we can stop there and remember what we read today, of some examples that's been given by Maharaj, starting from the point that we can have relationship with Krishna. Guru is not the stop door, it's a transparent door through which we can pass through, we can see Krishna beyond that door. And also the relationship that we want to have with Krishna in our understanding is not Sahajiyā relationship, like thinking myself as a gopī wearing a peacock, of Gopas wearing, Krishna wearing a peacock, of Gopas carrying Krishna. We don't need to have any of those speculation, rather understanding that our real identity and relationship with Krishna. And then example of Pingala was given from Bhagavatam 11.8.31, because Krishna is the real lover. And then Maharaj also gave an example of what happened to him in his yatra in Ganges, where he saw another devotee, Rama Bhakta, how he was crying and chanting with a proper understanding of relationship with Ramachandra. And also mentioned about Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And how Prabhupada says that we need to chant like a child, crying out for its mother. So let's also try to chant in this consciousness with the understanding of our relationship with Krishna, and do a real chanting, not a shadow chanting. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.